Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Show here, and now, before we do begin, let us give a brief little review. In the last part, quite a number of things have happened. We had Deku. Deku, him and Superman were having dinner at the Kent family home, right there in Kansas. Now, while they were having dinner, a spaceship fell from the sky, and inside was Kara Zor-El and Krypto. Now, Deku was alarmed. He saw another Kryptonian, and she's from the House of L. She's Clark's cousin. She's from Krypton, and the way she got here, that sound he heard, it didn't sound like the teleporter. But whatever it was, clearly it sounded similar. Deku should not unravel this mystery. And Kara, yeah. She's trying to understand what happened. All of a sudden, she was there, and the next she wasn't. She's here on Earth. Now, that's what Deku he heard. Right now, though, that does pose many questions. After dinner, he left. But, well, yeah. He would see Supergirl again. After 1 week on Earth, Kara does start to develop powers. And yeah, Deku, whenever he did see Supergirl again, he really wasn't excited. She, more than likely, can still only speak Kryptonian. She might be starting to pick up English, but that's going to be difficult. Now, Deku currently is going to walk into a room, and as he does so, there actually is where everybody, they do go to somewhat turn and look at him, as they do go to look back towards Supergirl. Now, the few people who actually dared to pay attention, they saw that Deku, he wasn't interested. And he just went to walk over to the kitchen to grab something to drink. Now, Deku actually going to turn after walking out of the kitchen and going to lean against the wall. And right now there actually was where Clark, he saw Deku. Before, while he was introducing his cousin, he did a turn, asking Izuku if he'd actually like to come and, well, talk with Kara. And Kara would actually start going to look at Deku. The two making eye contact, as Deku would go to express in Kryptonian. Kara does not really seem to want to speak to him. He's willing to avoid her, but if she just flat out hates him, he's not going to be, or even care, to be around her. To him, her hate is unwarranted. He knows the history of the Zods and the Kryptonians. He can understand her hatred, but he has no part in the houses. The fact that he is a Zod, he will take pride in. The fact that he is alive, he does understand. He might wear his family crest, but to him, it is the only thing they have left of home. He will wear it with pride. Now, there actually is Kara, who just stared back at Deku before shouting in Kryptonian about how she won't let him destroy this planet. To which Deku will get a turn and walk away. And everybody, they are kinda confused. Now, there actually is Starfire, who will get a comment that that was Kryptonian. And everybody, they do get a look towards her. I mean, it was kind of obvious. Now, Deku, he will go to leave. And right now, after he does go somewhere else, he does go to sit down. And right now, he actually got a rookie crack open a soda. Before he does go to freeze breath the can. Now, Deku is going to set it down for a second. And right now, he does go to look out at the ocean. Now, he does hear somebody's voice. As after he does hear it, he does go to ask Raven what she wants. You're really not going to go talk to her? Why should I? We're in the same boat? Survivors of Krypton? Yeah. No point. She sees me as an asshole. Uh, well, for reasons that are not mine. Oh. Exactly. All of you guys might think I'm a bit of a hard ass, but you don't know a thing about me. You don't know my upbringing. Hell. From the moment I can shoot lasers from my eyes, I've been doing things I don't like. Things that I thought were wrong. But things that I also felt were right. I've already asked Clark questions, but he's told me everything. We can't do those things. We can't do that. We can't do that. It's annoying. I have this feeling in my head. Every time I get it, it's weird. I just. I need to do something. I need to be doing something. I'm not able to. I can't where I want to. Because sometimes the problems they just can't be solved by me. But they could. That's the problem. All the power in the disposal of my own hands. And I can't do a damn thing. Now, Deku will go to pick up a soda. And right now, after he does go to sip it down, he actually goes to chew on the slushy he created. Now, Raven is stare at Deku. And right now, she actually does somewhat understand. Deku, he's somebody who grew up with the powers of a god. He knows that he can be hurt, killed even. But he doesn't try to hide the fact that he's powerful. He's more than willing to show it. I mean, it's so weird. Now, Raven is trying to talk about it. You know, if he does want to talk about the past, she can talk about hers. He might be from a dead planet, but, I mean, hey, there is a bright side. More people might have been able to escape. I mean, more might come to Earth someday. I mean, what is it? Somewhere like, uh, 30-ish or so years passed after what? This happened? There was Kara last week. There was Deku 15 or so years ago. And maybe there actually was Superman before him, what, 20 years ago? No. Deku would express, it does seem interesting. However, if there are more survivors, he's not too sure where they would be. Now, Raven, she would go to sit down and go to talk to Deku, expressing about how it does kind of suck. Now, Deku is going to turn to her, asking about her past, since she seems to be so interested in his. Now, Raven is going to say a few things that Deku doesn't expect, because he didn't really read about her. Now, Deku hears her talk about how her father's name is Trigon, and he's basically just the devil. Now, Deku, he does go to look towards her, as she does go over her backstory, expressing about how she was basically the daughter of a witch and the devil. So, there's that. However, her mother and the fellow witches, they lost their lives against her father. And her father, he's always out to try and control her to take over the world. Now, Deku does look towards her. Before we're just gonna say, damn. Now, Deku gonna turn to her, talking about how, and he thought he had it bad. Yeah, you know, just fighting a dark side I never asked for. And I'm doing dirty work I never asked for, but I feel comfortable doing. It's fucked up. Yeah, that's saying something. Now, Kid Flash actually comes bolting up here, And right now, when he does go to find the two, he does talk about how they need to come down. They were still trying to get used to Kara, and he's fairly certain that Izuku, he might want to talk to her. Now, Deku will get a stand. Before we're going to tell Kid Flash that she hates him before he is going to turn. And Kid Flash is kind of confused. Before he does tell him. It's just that. She hates him for no reason because of family. Now, Deku going to walk downstairs. And right now, Wally, yeah, he doesn't get it. Now, whenever everybody does get downstairs, there actually is Tim, who he actually does kind of find it funny watching, Starfire interact with, Supergirl. Now, Supergirl, yeah. She actually was watching Starfire try to speak in Kryptonian. However, there actually was over Deku. He walked into the room, and Starfire, she immediately flew over to him, talking about how she does wish to ask. She does wish to talk to her new friend. So, would he allow her to now? Deku just stared, Starfire, telling her no. Now, Starfire, she does look at Deku for telling him how that is quite rude. She wishes to speak to her friend, and she feels like it would be a weird request to her. Plus, she does not know how to vocalize it, to even ask for permission, as humans would call it. Now, Deku, he actually would just go to roll his eyes, before going to bring his hands up and pull Star in. Now, everybody they do kind of watch surprised, as after Deku is going to pull away, he does go to turn and fly past Starfire. And right now Starfire will go to turn and begin to speak Kryptonian, as if nothing just happened. Meanwhile, everybody, yeah, they're kind of surprised. Because it looks like Deku, he might have just kissed Nightwing's girlfriend. Now, Deku, yeah, he doesn't really care. And right now, everybody, they're trying to figure all that out. They are just gonna. Tim needs to make a phone call. Now, Deku, he finds himself in a bit of hot water with Tim and, Dick Grayson. And Starfire, while she does take a few minutes to think about what she did, there actually is Deku, who, whenever he does get a call from Batman just tries to ask the question, trying to understand what happened. Now, Deku will go to disregard him. However, there actually is whenever Supergirl, she does come knocking at Deku's door. And Deku, he would go to use X-ray vision before going to stand up and walking over. Her actually watching Deku open the door as he is going to ask her what she wants. Now, Kara would try to ask, trying to understand what exactly is going on. Your powers? That? And what was that earlier? Is that your girlfriend? No. It's hard to explain, and it's weird. You know how Clark talked about powers already with you? I do. And you have these powers as well? I do. Yeah. You'll develop them. I found that my powers, they're good. Clark said his started around puberty, but I think it's just his body being ready for them. So there's that. We're fueled by sunlight. Hell. There's also sunbathing, which to Kryptonians is different than regular human sunbathing. What is this? It's a phenomenon where we dive into the sun. I'm sorry, dive into a star? Correct, yeah. There's a lot your cousin hasn't told you. You think that I'm bad? If you know what I could do, You think I'm a monster. Because your cousin can do this too. And soon you will be able to do that. Let me tell you, Kara, being what we are here, it comes with rules. Rules she may not be ready to enforce. Now, Kara just stared at Deku, and Deku would straight up call her out. The moment she finds out she has her powers, she will run to Clark. She will be excited and she will want to change the world. But he will tell her these words. He'll tell her this and make it plain as day. He'll even try to stop her if she goes about it. He will tell her they cannot do that. That is beyond their responsibilities. They're to help out in large threats that normal people can't. But everything else, the war, the hate, the death that could be prevented, that still happens. Don't envy her cousin. Feel sad. He has to let those people die. All because he thinks superheroes having full control would give them too much power. It would make them evil. The very thing they're not trying to be. The thing they're trying to stop. Now, Kara does listen to Deku. Okay, yeah, sure. She'll gain godlike powers and... Well, actually, no, he's messing with her, right? A mental tactic. Yeah. No. Deku could tell her. He's not. And right now she does stare back at him, before he does say, it's not a mental tactic. He knows what she does think. She thinks he's trying to trick her and make her fall into a trap. He's not doing that. He's being entirely truthful. He'll tell her that. He's not going to lie to her, and he's not going to try and be her friend. However, she shouldn't try to hate him just because he was born a Zod. He knows what they did. He's not them. They're dead. Now, Deku will go to close the door. And Supergirl, she wasn't done talking. Now, Kara actually is annoyed. And right now, she is going to throw out her hand, as Deku, after he does going to somewhat lay back down and open a book, he is going to turn his head. Him, seeing as the metal wall, now has an arm-sized hole in it. And right now, Deku, he does going to tell Kara. He told her. Now, Kara, she's going to pull her hand back. Okay, these doors are... She's gotta go. Now, Kara, she does try to leave. And right now she's hoping that Batman, he doesn't find out about that. He's gonna hate having to replace that door. Now, there is actually Deku. Deku, he does go back to reading a book. And right now he is trying to think about what to do. How things are going to be. What he needs to do. What he has to do. Okay, he's going to go out and try and stop crime later. But who's this Dick Grayson guy? Now, Dick Grayson, he walked into the base. He was annoyed. He was mad. And he wanted an explanation before he pulls out the kryptonite smoke bomb. Now, there actually is where he does come into Deku's door. And right now, after Deku does go to open it, there is where Dick Grayson, he does stand there. Before we're going to try and ask, did he kiss Starfire? And Deku does go to tell him. He did. And Dick does go to bring his hand up, smacking Deku across the face, as Deku, he actually does want to turn, stumble back, and grab his face. Before Dick does hold up a pair of brass knuckles with a pad of kryptonite on them. Now, Deku will go to turn back, and Dick would tell him, fucking stay away from Starfire. And Deku, he actually going to look back towards Dick, telling him she wanted to know Kryptonian. He told her no the first time and she kept bugging him. Now, Dick is kinda confused. Before he does remember back when she first came to Earth. And right now, there actually is where Starfire and everybody else they do gather. Now, Deku is still a bit mad, but right now he's a bit more mad about Deku. Star, yeah, she's a bit of a klutz sometimes, but hey, that's no reason to just do this. Now, after Starfire does try to at least calm things down and explain a bit, she does apologize. And Deku, while he does still get stared down by Nightwing, there is where Deku does try to tell him. If he wants to fight him, he could go for a good spar. They can put on some boxing gloves and hop into a ring under a red sun lamp. How about that? And Nightwing, yeah, let's do this. Now, Deku and Nightwing, they do get suited up. And right now, after they do go to at least try and contact Batman, Batman, yeah, he already gave Dick the credit card. Now, Dick Grayson, he does get this all set up relatively fast. And right now, there is where Deku, him and Dick Grayson, they do begin a fight. Now, Deku, he is impressed with Dick Grayson. And the battle, a lot of people do watch. However, Deku, he does come out on top because of superior durability. And really, a bit more training in the lethal areas of fighting. Now, Deku, he knows exactly where to hit Dick Grayson. He knows how to make the most of fractures and previous injuries. He can see exactly where a bone broke. So, why not aim for that? He can see quite literally down to the microscopic level where Dick Grayson, he is still injured from weeks of experience in just patrol. Now, Deku, he does take the most of all those injuries. And giving it everything he does got, he does take out Dick Grayson. Now, Dicky is still surprised. Deku, yeah, he's a tough bastard. He can give him a little respect. But the next time Deku, he finds out that he kissed Star, or Dick finds out Deku kissed Star, he is going to knock his fucking lights out. And he won't just be using the kryptonite. Now, with that being said, Nightwing does get to leave. And Deku, yeah. After the red lights are turned off, and he does gain his powers back, he does go through quite a bit of things. He begins to heal, and he does get to head back towards his room. Where right now, he's going to finish reading his book, then he's going to go on patrol. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed, and have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.